fun. What about your mule deer?
What about it?
I want to see that again.
You're so lame. We can color your hair while we're at it.
Hey, this is Tyler's skull bleaching table.
This is... Actually, I don't bleach the skulls around these parts. My wife does.
Your wife does?
Yeah.
Dude, that... In all honesty, though, we're telling the truth here. That's a really nice deer.
He's okay.
Did you think you struck gold? Did you think he had a 190?
No.
No.
I thought he was 180.
He is 180.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 182.
Hold on, let me see these things right here.
That's the best part. Kind of split. Got a little extra junkage on the back.
Yeah.
Weak on the back, you know, but G2s.
G2s.
Fronts are great. Long beams.
That's for money.
Dirty 30.
Dirty 30. Alright, to Bear Wars.
Bear Wars. No one cares about bears. Let's talk about mule deer. Yeah, Bear Wars. Actually, we were talking about that earlier. Let's pull that cape out and see how much it actually weighs. I don't know.
You've never actually shown me this.
I know. I know in the video I'm like, I think it's about 100 pounds. You know, and I don't know. I think it's pretty close to that. Honestly, I think my pack was close to 100.
What do you have in there?
This. Let's see. So, sorry, everyone. Excuse my messy garage and.
We got kids, okay?
And I got kids and my wife, and yeah, it's hard. But I got back from the hunt, threw it in this game bag, and this is my bear.
Let's take a look at that bad boy. Look at the noggin on that thing.
Let's flip him over.
Dude, look at his nose, man. I've never seen a bear that big.
He's pretty big. So
guaranteed bigger than Taylor's.
Yeah, guaranteed it.
Guaranteed bigger than Taylor's.
Yeah, can't wait to pull the skull out and measure it.
21.
Yeah. So, anyways, I got back from the hunt, threw him in this game bag, and that's how he is. Like, that's all. I haven't done anything with him besides taking a fishing game and got him tagged. But kind of curious to see what he weighs, so I'm gonna jump on the scale and see.
Go ahead there.
See how much I weigh. Now that I'm getting fat.
55. You lost.
I lost
2 ounces.
0.4 of a pound. All right, so 165. That's not my fighting weight. You're gonna have to flip it over. You're gonna be upside down. Come on, noob. Whoa.
That thing stinks. I can still smell it from.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
217. So how's your math?
217. 217, 165. That's 52 pounds.
52-pound hide and skull. Skull's gonna have some weight.
Yeah, of course. But I'm just saying that's what I was packing out. It's like I haven't done anything to it. But
so you think you had a 100-pound pack with all your gear? Who packed the rifle? Do you remember? Did Aaron?
I don't know. Aaron might have.
On the way out the very last day?
Yeah. I had a heavy load. I had camp. I had still food for 2 days because we were planning on being in there 2 more days.
Oh, so you had all that food.
So I had food. And then we brought some of the meat out. Well, I had a little bit of meat, and then the other 3 guys packed the rest. So, yeah, it was a heavy pack for sure. But that's what it's all about. That's what I love about bear hunting. Not just bear hunting, though, like any hunting trip, just getting out and being self-sufficient out of my backpack. You know what I mean? So
backpack hunting.
Backpack hunting.
Backpack bear hunting.
Dude, anytime I can get out on a backpack hunt is because I know that I could go other places and go kill bears, but I don't want to do that. Me and my brother-in-law are talking about going on a bear hunt this year, And we were like, yeah, we could go to this one spot, but we could go on an epic adventure in some nasty, steep, gnarly backcountry spots and find maybe some giant bears. You know what I mean? So there's always that potential. I just want to go where other people don't go. So I'll keep moving around. So don't try and figure out where my hunting spots are, because you never will, because I'll be in a new spot every year. But
go where another bear hunters go.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I think that's what's awesome about hunting, especially, I mean, bear hunting. Like, once you get to know what they need to survive, then you can really bounce around anywhere and you can go find bears, which is not what I thought was the case when I first started bear hunting. Because I started out, I had seen probably 1 or 2 bears, and while I was deer and elk hunting, and so I just didn't think there's any other way to bear hunt besides set up a bait. And so the first year I decided, I was bored in the spring. I finally had a decent job, and so I was like, hey, I have a little bit of money, I can get up and I can do some bear hunting, just do something in the spring. And so I went out and figured I'd start figuring out how to set up a bait, because I thought that was the only way to kill a bear. So I get everything, I do my research, and obviously I didn't do enough research because my first bait site was absolutely terrible. Probably the worst setup you could have. It was never, ever in a million years going to work. But I set it up. I ended up killing a bear off that bait, surprisingly. Because I snuck in one morning. I forgot my release, but luckily my buddy had brought his rifle, and so I took the rifle in, and I ended up sneaking in there and catching a bear on my bait first thing in the morning.
Big bear?
And I shot it. Not a big bear. It was a bear. And at that point, that was like what it was all about for me.
A bear's a bear.
Yeah, for me, it was just getting out, killing a bear, and making all that hard work worth it. Because baiting ended up being way more work than I really wanted. I just didn't have the time to be running a bait site. And so I ended up baiting for the next 2 years. The second year, my bait site was the best one I ever had. And I didn't kill a bear because I didn't have time to go hunt it. And so after that, I still kind of half did a bait the third year. And then after that, I was like, there's got to be a better way to hunt these bears than just go and put all this work in, getting the bait, setting the bait up. And so I started looking into spot and stock bear hunting because I'd seen some buddies do it. And like I said, I had never really seen a lot of bears out in the woods just hunting elk and deer. So it was kind of go to the one spot that I have seen a bear and start looking around that area to see if I could find some more. So I did that. The first year I tried spot and stock hunting, I went with my wife, which was kind of fun, but probably a mistake. And it was a very interesting story and hunt. But we did see a bear. It was a sow with cubs, so I wasn't able to shoot it. But I was like, hey, maybe this area actually does hold quite a few bears. So from there, the next year, I ended up hunting just a couple draws over. And lo and behold, that was the mother lode of bear spots, because I've never been back into that spot, and I've hunted it quite a few times since then. And I've never been in there without seeing a bear. So there's something to be said about when you find the right country, when you're finding, those spots that have just the right setup with a little bit of open, some brush, the cliffs, enough water. Like once you get all that stuff, I guess the bears seem to be hanging in there. And that's I think that's what baiting opened my eyes to, is that there are actually a lot of bears out in the woods that we don't ever see, because their sense of smell is so good. I think that's probably the main reason that we never see a lot of these bears. And
that's accurate.
yeah, I think people like, it's the same thing with probably anybody down here in the city, right, that doesn't hunt. They don't really have any idea how many elk, how many deer we actually have up in the mountains. And maybe that's why they get mad when we start killing elk and deer, because they're like, man, you're gonna kill all of them. It's like, you have no idea how many there are up there, and that you actually have to kill some in order to keep a healthy herd. And so yeah, and that was what baiting did for me, is that once I started running a trail cam and baiting, I realized, wow, there are a ton of bears in here. And so I think that's the case everywhere. I think we grossly underestimate what the population is. And so take for example, I know for a fact that where we baited for this Bear War series, it is not too far from a town, and those people in that town have no idea how many bears there are, but there are a lot of bears in that area. And so yeah, that just, I guess that kind of gave me hope that I could go out there and I could find bears and kill one spot and stock. So I started doing it, and here I am. They led me to here, and now I feel like I'm fairly proficient and I can go about anywhere in the state. I can find a spot to go kill a bear.
It's awesome, man. Bear Wars.
Bear Wars.
Series.
Oh.
Subscribe. How do you like this camera, like right by your face?
I hate it. How close is that? It's gotta be pretty close.
It's like way close.
Okay.
Put that bear back in there before it rots.
Okay.
Take two.
I don't have.
Dude, that bear had to have been big.
I don't have very much bear meat left in here.
Did you eat it all?
Dude, I eat it all the time.
Really?
Yeah. I have a buddy at the firehouse that I work with.
Don't lie. Is it really good?
It's awesome. I only made it into breakfast sausage. That's like my favorite thing to do with bear. But I love it. I eat it all the time for breakfast.
Was your buddy at the firehouse though?
Oh, he thinks it's garbage.
Why? He try it?
No, so he always said it. He's like, "You making that bear crap sausage or something like that?" And
He don't like it.
well, he tried it and he'll eat it. He's eaten it multiple times now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. By the beginning, he was like, "Dude, I'm not eating that crap." He's like, "You better make sure mine's burnt. I ain't getting no trichnosis."
That's funny.
So, anyways.
Bear Wars. Subscribe. These guys go on a super cool hunt in the backcountry. It's pretty gnarly. Kill a couple bears. The whole series is pretty cool.